Oh, hi! Thank you so much for coming back and joining me on my channel. I'm so excited today. We are going to talk about everything Colourpop. I have a massive box here. It's huge. I love Colourpop. I've been using Colourpop for about, seems like forever, but at least, I want to say at least 5 to 6 years. So I got my hair up, it's out of my face, and we're gonna do some Colourpop makeup. So if you're excited and you want to watch some Colourpop going on, just keep watching. All right, I love Colourpop and their makeup's amazing. It's so affordable, it's long lasting, and it just doesn't get any better than that. So today I'm going to be using the Pretty Fresh concealer. This is the color Fair, obviously, because I'm almost see-through. So we're going to be throwing that on. Just a little bit here. Now, I already did put on a primer. I just grabbed any primer out of my drawer, just so I was ready. Threw my hair up, threw some primer on, and now we're ready to go. Now, I know on camera this is coming off like I'm putting a whiteout on my face, but it's really not that bad. Have you ever used a Colourpop item that you just, it's the holy grail for you? I have about 5. I love Colourpop, everything about it. It's just beautiful. The finish is beautiful. All right, I'm trying to get my hair out of my face. I'll turn my ring light down a little bit. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. It just covers so well. All right. I'm not going to do too much of a heavy look today. I do want to put some lashes on. I'm going to put some eyeshadow on. Just kind of do up my face here. I love Colourpop. But I've already said that like 5 times. So, I have quite the extensive collection here. I have to say, Raw Beauty Christie got me hooked on Colourpop's Flexitarian highlighter, and ever since then I have been hooked. It is absolutely stunning and it's beautiful. All right, let's put some eyebrows on. I like the, I don't know if it's Visart or Visiart palette here. I used this color over here. It's like a reddish brown, just to throw some eyebrows on. Let's do that really quick. Being a ginger, my eyelashes and my eyebrows are pretty much clear. So, I'm gonna fill those in. What's fun though is you can pretty much make them whatever color you want. You know, they're not too dark to where they're already set. So I can make them as light or as dark. It's really fun to, you know, change it up, change your looks up. That's what got me into makeup in the very beginning. Just being able to change your look. And I don't know about you guys, but based on how I look, it really changes how I feel. If I'm feeling fierce and I have some fierce brows on and some big fake lashes, I feel like I can handle anything. And then other days when I'm just, you know, you're grocery shopping, just running errands, and you don't really need to feel fierce, or, you know, like you just want to have a lot of makeup on, then you just tone it back a little bit. But makeup just makes you feel special in so many different ways. I think makeup it's just life-changing. I've been using makeup since I was about 12 years old. Sorry, Dad, I know. My dad told me I couldn't wear makeup until I was 16. So what I would do, which I'm sure a lot of people do, is sneak a little bit of lipstick or whatever in your backpack. Then when you get to school, just throw a little bit on. And then before you get home, you're like, take it off. So, oh, I wanted to show you guys, the primer I used was the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. But you guys are familiar with that. Everybody uses that. Okay, onward. So these are the lashes I'm going to be using today. They're absolutely gorgeous. These are the Colourpop Contessa Falsies. They are so pretty. Look at that. They're gorgeous. Okay, so I have so much stuff to show you. If I went over everything in this box, item by item, we would probably be here a couple hours, which would be fun. I mean, who doesn't want to hang out and talk about makeup? But then nothing will get done. All right. So we're going to put on some, I got my brows on. And now we're going to put some blush or bronzer on. For my bronzer, I like the Tartist Pro Glow palette. I've hit pan on this twice. I purchased this twice, but it lasts a long time. I do use this one called Sculpt on the bottom. Works really well. It blends really nice, and it just stays all day. And then I'm just using a Luxe brush. This is a Luxe top. It's called a flat top blender. It works really, really well. So what's your favorite Colourpop item? Mine is by far the highlighter. The highlighter kicks it out of the park every time. Okay, so I have to say, it's head-to-head for me. The Colourpop highlighter, the Flexitarian, and the one called Lunch Money, they're just stunning. They last all day, and it is like a beam from the gods. It's so gorgeous. But Ofra, I love you, Ofra. Their highlighter called Blissful is absolutely just as stunning. I just had to throw that in there because that's the one. I either switch it up. It's either going to be Colourpop or Ofra highlighter every single time. So my favorite skin moisturizer right now that I have purchased 3 times now. It works so well. When I say purchased, I got it in a box. I got it in a, I believe it was a Ipsy. Either a Ipsy or a BoxyCharm. I'm thinking it was a Ipsy. But it's the, is it 111? 311? 111 skin? It's this. It works really, really, really well. It is the Nocturnal Eclipse Recovery Cream. A tiny bit goes a long way. It's very thick. So if you're somewhere in the desert like me where it's molten lava hot and 1,000,000 degrees, you don't want to wear it very heavy because you'll feel it. I put a tiny bit on, like literally I just dab my finger in it and put a, spread all that out, and that's it. I'm good. Okay, so we have our bronzer on. And for blush, I did have a Colourpop blush. I broke it. I dropped it and I broke it. So I can't use that, sadly. So I need to replace that. But I am, in place of it, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Blush, which I'm just almost out of. This is in the color Mauve. It's a really pretty color. So let's throw that on. I remember seeing all these brands when I was early 20s and thinking, I'll never afford this stuff. There's never going to be a time when I can spend $40–50 on one item, especially when you're, you know, you're fresh out of school, you're on your own, and you're living paycheck to paycheck, and you're like, how is this gonna work? So then I was introduced to Colourpop, and it literally, I mean, sure, there's drugstore makeup, but I have yet to find a highlighter that I really like. I have very sensitive skin, and I also have picky skin. My skin, one day it likes something, the next day it doesn't. But as far as Colourpop goes, my skin is just like, oh yes, please, give me more. So I'm going to use this Visor Palette again and use this white color in the corner, as well as this light color here. I'm going to mix these two together just to give me a little bit of a transition. Visor Palette is really, really nice. And you cannot go wrong with getting it in a subscription box. I was really surprised when I saw it in a subscription box and I looked online to see the actual value of it, and it was over $80. And you can buy it during their like flash sales or whatever, during like BoxyCharm and, you know, during their sales that they have, the little pop-ups. And it's like, what, $16, $18? And it retails for over $80. That's a really good deal. I'm all about saving money. I am thrifty, and I'm not afraid to use my thriftiness to save money. Especially today when it feels like everything is so expensive. Have you guys noticed when you go to the grocery store, you buy the exact same things, but it seems like you're spending anywhere from $75 to $100 more for the exact same things. Anyway, all right, let's get into this box. There's so much in here. I will pop in a little screenshot somewhere in the video to show you. This box is absolutely packed. I think first I'm going to use a darker color here. We're going to use this brown right here. It's the same one I used on my brows, but we're going to really get into it to get a little bit more color on my lids here. So anyway, back to the reason I fell in love with Colourpop. I was a starving college student, and I love makeup. I've used makeup forever and ever and ever. I will always use makeup forever and ever. I'm gonna be that grandma that's like 110 years old in the nursing home, but I will still make sure my makeup's done before bingo. So when I came across Colourpop, I was like, there's really things out there that get great reviews that cost a lot less than some of the bigger brands. And at first I thought, well, it's affordable, but is it good? Turns out, oh, it's good. It's real good. So some of my favorite things I'll show you here. I have some of these Soul shimmering body powders. They're just stunning. Like if you just want to glow, that's all you need. But if you want something a little bit more, the next thing I suggest, and these are, I cannot emphasize how gorgeous they are. This is the Glow Oil, also by Soul, and these are so stunning. This is in the color Champagne, and it is so pretty. Let's see if it will get just how gorgeous and glittery this is. Maybe? It's so pretty. I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand here. or a lot. All right, so I have some on my hand here, and I'm just gonna show you guys. See the shift in that? It's so pretty. So when you rub it all over yourself and you go outside, it's just, you just shimmer. You are a colon. You're instantly a colon, and you twinkle and sparkle in the sunlight. You're instantly a colon vampire. Thank you, Colourpop. It's just gorgeous. So those are a couple of my favorite things, because I'm a fan of glitter. I'm a fan of sparkle. I don't care how old you are. I'm not in my 20s. I'm not in my 30s. But who cares? We can still like to sparkle and shine and have some glitter. So my next favorite thing are their lip products. Their Luxe Lip Oil. It's a must-have in my book. There's some new ones. They just had a new line come out. It's like their electric line. So it's like neon colors. This is in the color Cosmic. And it's like a neon pink. But the great thing, see how neon pink that is? But it's a lip oil, so it's not like you're putting neon pink lipstick on. I'll show you guys. See? It's very subtle. You look at this, but you get this. And it's moisturizing, and I have about 3 of these in my purse at all times. They also have the Luxe Gloss, which I absolutely love. My favorite so far is from the line that Colourpop did for Raw Beauty Christie, which I'm so sad it's not available anymore, but it should be because it's amazing. They should bring it back. If they have brought it back, thank you so much, because it's gorgeous. This is the color Glacier. It's the Luxe Lip Gloss from her line. It looks like that. And this one is absolutely beautiful. Talk about sparkle. It's so gorgeous. So there's just a massive, what seems like an endless line. Also a newer line. This is the color, where's the color on here? Eclectic. See that there? Eclectic. It's really pretty. This is also a Luxe Lip Gloss. Now these are more like your basic nudes, brown colors. They are gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. If you like a nude lip, these ones are for you. Look how pretty this is. It's like the perfect nude lip. And this is a gloss, so it's heavier than your oil. Your lip oil just kind of sits on your lips, and it's moisturizing, but it's there, it's comfortable. This is also, it's very comfortable, but it lasts, to me it lasts a lot longer, but there's more pigment versus the oil. All right, I'm gonna take off this lip oil and put on the lip gloss. Now, it leaves a little bit of a sheen, but it's just pretty. None of their colors, as far as the glosses and the lip oils, are heavily pigmented, but I think that's why I like them. Honestly, that's why I like them. They're just beautiful. All right, so I showed you the Body Soul shimmers, the body powder. There's also these spritzers. This is a body spritzer in Sun-Kissed Coconut, even though we're going into winter here. These smell so good. And you get a nice size. It's a really good size. And again, really inexpensive. And it literally smells like a pina colada. It's so nice. Okay, let's get into the fun stuff, which is, for me, the Super Shock Shadows. The Super Shock Shadows, they're my favorite. They're my absolute favorite. They also have, you can buy loose shadows if you want to make your own. Hello, wrong way. If you want to make your own, they sell just like empty palettes, and you can fill them up yourself. And they come in this little packet, and the bottoms are magnetic, and they stick to the bottom of this. So it looks like this. The bottom's magnetic, and it just sticks in the empty palette so you can make your own, you know, which I think is amazing. Because some people, you go on a website of your favorite makeup brand, and sometimes you don't like the colors that are in the palette. You're like, I will use this whole row, but I will never use that row. And it's, you know, it's a waste of money. So with this, Colourpop is ingenious, and they are killing it, and they're making it available, a way for you to make your own palette. So you just buy an empty palette box, which is like anywhere, depending on the size. You can get a small size, you know, about this size, or you can get a big size, and they range from $3 to, I believe, $12, $15 for the empty palette box. And then you just fill it with these, and these are very inexpensive. These are just a couple of dollars. So far, my favorite color of their single shadows is called Wishful Winking. Look at this. It's so gorgeous. It has like a purple green shift. It's just stunning. It's so pretty. It's just absolutely stunning. Okay, so I've showed you a couple of my favorites. I did purchase another, there's a different concealer than the one I used today. The one I used today was the Pretty Fresh concealer, which is very light. There's also the No Filter concealer, which is personally my favorite, but I'm just going for a lighter look today. A couple of other things they have are these little, this is called the Mini Sandbar Body Spritzers. And this has Sea Blossom and the coconut scent in it. And they're like little travel sizes, you know, versus the bigger size I showed you earlier. But they also are just as amazing. They also have these Lounge Bar fragrance rollers. This one is Sun-Kissed Coconut. This is Sea Bloom. And this is Rose Petal. And to me, the oils the oil does last a little bit longer than the spritzer. So it's just whichever one you find that you like better. Okay, so I have a little bit of an obsession with Flexitarian. This is the Flexitarian Super Shock Highlighter. It is absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful. But aside from that, my obsession is their Super Shock shadows. Over the years, like I said, I've been using Colourpop for well over 5 or 6 years. I have accumulated probably every color they have, and they're Super Shock shadows because they're just stunning. They're gorgeous. So I'm not going to go over every single color because we would be here for like 3 hours. And as much as I love you guys, I'm sure you have things to do. So I'm going to go through a couple here just to show you that they do have different kinds. They have just array of collections right now. If you see here, this is from some different collections, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. These Super Shock shadows, I cannot emphasize how gorgeous they are. They are so pretty. They just change. They just change the way your whole eye look comes off. This one is Micellar. This is also from the Raw Beauty Christie line, the Super Shock shadow, and it is so pretty. Today I'm going to do, I think, a purple look, a little bit of a purple look here. So we're going to use the Super Shock shadow Set to Stun, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It is the most stunning and beautiful color. Look at it. It's so pretty. There's just a shift in it. It just is gorgeous. While we're getting into these, another favorite one is called DGAF. You can see that there. And this one, look at that. It's got like a green, yellow shimmer to it. Oh, okay, I'm gonna use this one instead. I was gonna use the other one, the purple one, but this one is just stunning. So what I do, I found that with the shadow brush, you can use this just fine with the shadow brush, but I feel like it comes off better if you use your finger. So let's slap this on. So this is DGAF. Oh, it's so pretty. All of their Super Shock shadows have this beautiful shift to where it looks one color, like this one. Let's see. There's so many. So I don't even know how many I have in here. This one is called Wine Down. This is from their wine collection, and it is absolutely beautiful. But even this one, even though it looks like it would just be pure red, it also has just a beautiful gold shift to it. So every single Super Shock shadow is just stunning. They do not disappoint. So let's throw this on. It's just so pretty. Now if you see, it's very pigmented. So you can take a brush and kind of work out the crease, but the way this looks outside and the way it catches light, I just can't say enough good things about their Super Shock shadows. All right, let's do the other eye, and then I will throw on my eyelashes, and then we'll do some liner. And then we'll use some highlighter. It's just so pretty. I do like sometimes if I want a more dramatic look, I'll put a dark brown underneath it, and it will help bring out the darker tone in. See how this is, see that beautiful shift? But it's like a bronze color. If you were to use in your eyeshadow palette like one of these dark colors underneath it, it would really It would sit on it very nice. So let's just put a little bit more on here. And then I will zoom you guys in so you can see it once I get it on here. It's just so pretty. And it just completes your look. To me, this does so much with so little effort. And I'm all about that. You know, when you're busy and you've got a million things to do, you've got a million responsibilities and hardly any time, and you have a product like this that just goes so far and it's so pigmented and it just brings out what you want, I'm all about it. All right, so I'm going to, oh my gosh, I have so many of these single shadows. You could make your own palette, any color you want. Colourpop, I just love you. All right, I'm gonna slap on my Colourpop lashes and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got my eyelashes on. I put a little bit of mascara on. So far, my favorite mascara has been this Iconic London. It's in the color Triple Threat. Oh no, it's Triple Threat Mascara by Iconic London in the color black. I really, 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 really wish they had waterproof because my eyes are super sensitive. They're a little runny now. My eyes are so sensitive to anything. But I just wanted to show you the completed look. Colourpop is amazing. It's gorgeous. If you wanted, you could take, I have this NYX, it's like the white liner, you could, or the cream colored, you could put it like in your waterline. Some people say it makes your eyes look bigger, but I don't know. I don't really see a difference. I am going to throw a little bit more of this DGAF in here. I wanted to use a little bit of a brush in it and just kind of wing it out a little bit. This is the Farrah blending brush. And these Super Shock shadows are just so smooth. Using a brush or your finger, they're just stunning. You've got to get your hands on them. I literally have every single color, and don't get me wrong, by no means did I buy them all at the same time. I am just an average person. I work for a living, but it took me a couple years to get my collection together. But it's the best collection I have, and it's just beautiful. It's just stunning and beautiful. All right, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. Thank you so much for being here. Check out Colourpop because they're amazing. And if you like to save money and you like makeup, that's where it's at. So come back, check me out, and we'll hang out again. Thanks so much for being with me. See you later, guys. Bye. Wait, before I go, I forgot to show you this Super Shock shadow, like my favorite thing on the planet. So, one last thing. One last thing. You gotta see this. You gotta see this before you go. All right, this is the color Flexitarian. Oh, look at that. It's so gorgeous. It's like a moonbeam on your face. It's like the moon is shooting off beams and they just land on your face. It's so beautiful. It's just stunning. Okay, now we're done. All right. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you later. Bye.